Did you know that just a few small changes to your daily meals can be the difference between living an extra 10 years or facing the risk of cancer recurrence sooner than you think? Cancer doesn't end after the last day of treatment. Every cell in your body is still silently fighting every hour, every day, and the food you put into your body today is the weapon or catalyst for the enemy to return. In this video, you will discover 12 foods that have been proven to weaken and destroy cancer cells, not by magic, but by science. This is not a list of word-of-mouth foods on the internet, but foods that have saved thousands of lives and may be yours. If you are in the recovery stage, afraid of recurrence, or just want to protect your body from cancer, watch until the end. We'll start with a small fruit, but its power can change everything. 1. Berries. Tiny, but the first gatekeeper of the immune system of all the foods. Berries are probably the simplest to start your cancer recovery journey. But don't let their small and sweet appearance fool you. Strawberries, blueberries, raspberries are high in powerful antioxidants like anthocyanins and vitamin C, which help protect cells from damage, repair DNA, and reduce systemic inflammation. They also provide fiber that helps regulate blood sugar and feed the good bacteria in your gut, which indirectly boosts your immune system, reducing the risk of relapse. You can add berries to yogurt, smoothies, whole grain bread, or simply munch on them as an after-dinner dessert. Just a few a day, but cumulatively, they are a solid foundation for a healthy body, strong enough to fight abnormal cells. And if you are wondering, after this first layer of protection, what is the next factor that helps the body resist free radicals? The answer lies in the group of foods rich in vitamin C, especially from the bright-colored fruits that you often see on the dining table. 2. Citrus fruits. When a glass of orange juice every morning is not just a habit, but a therapy, many cancer survivors feel constantly tired, without knowing why. The underlying cause may come from the fact that the body has used up almost all of its antioxidant reserves in the process of fighting cancer, and vitamin C is one of the first nutrients to be deficient. Oranges, lemons, grapefruits, tangerines not only help supplement vitamin C, but also provide flavonoids, plant compounds that can neutralize free radicals, support the immune system to work more effectively, and reduce chronic inflammation. Many studies show that people who regularly eat citrus fruits have a significantly lower risk of stomach and colon cancer than the other group. Start your day with a cup of warm lemon water, or eat half a grapefruit after your main meal. Those seemingly small things actually help you restore vitality to each cell that has been exhausted after a long treatment journey. And if you want to know, besides vitamin C, what is the next compound that helps prevent the uncontrolled multiplication of abnormal cells, then let garlic answer for you. 3. Garlic. Not only a spice, but also a silent tracker of cancer. Since ancient times, garlic has been used as a medicine in traditional medicine to detoxify, fight bacteria, and increase resistance. But few people know that, in the world of modern nutrition, garlic is also a real warrior in the fight against cancer. Garlic contains organic sulfur compounds, especially allicin, which help the body increase detoxification enzymes in the liver, help remove carcinogens from the blood, and slow the growth of malignant cells. Research shows that people who eat garlic regularly have a significantly lower risk of stomach and colon cancer. You don't need to eat each clove of garlic raw. Add a few thin slices to stir fries, cook it with soups, or make salad dressings. Small but regular every day is the key. And what's even better is, when you combine garlic with the next food, the antioxidant effect is multiplied many times over. That story starts with a familiar ingredient in almost every kitchen: tomatoes. 4. Tomatoes, the red fruit, contains the energy of the sun, and the power of lycopene is a paradox that few people know. The more tomatoes are cooked, the more powerful their anti-cancer ability is. That's because when heated, the lycopene in tomatoes, a powerful antioxidant, becomes much easier to absorb than when eaten raw. Lycopene has been shown to slow the growth of prostate, breast, cervical and lung cancer cells. Combined with garlic, olive oil, and a little bit Of herbs, you have a simple yet effective anti-cancer sauce that can be served with noodles, porridge, or steamed vegetables. Make tomatoes a regular ingredient in your kitchen. And if you are looking to upgrade your meals to a multi-layered defense shield, don't miss out on the group of vegetables that scientists call head-on cancer fighters. Cruciferous vegetables. 5. Cruciferous vegetables, green structure shakes, cancer structure. You may have heard of kale, broccoli, cauliflower, or baby cabbage. But what you never knew is that inside each stalk of that lush green vegetable, there are a series of compounds that are working silently to protect you from the risk of tumor formation. A characteristic compound in cruciferous vegetables when entering the body will be converted into isothiocyanate, a substance that can neutralize enzymes that cause cell mutations, inhibiting the process of abnormal division. But that's not all. Cruciferous vegetables also contain high levels of soluble fiber, which helps clean the digestive system, reducing the time the intestinal mucosa is exposed to carcinogens. It is no coincidence that in countries with the habit of eating a lot of cruciferous vegetables, the rate of colorectal cancer is always much lower than the global average. And if you are afraid that green vegetables have a slightly pungent taste or are difficult to eat, just steam them, add a little fried garlic, fresh lemon, or serve with roasted sesame sauce to make the vegetable dish more pleasant. A little every day. A spoonful per meal. That is how cruciferous vegetables silently become interrupters of the replication chain of cancer cells. And if you're looking for another group of vegetables that are softer, easier to prepare, and still have powerful antioxidant properties, then move on to the next section. The delicate but powerful leaves, dark leafy greens. 6. Dark leafy greens, when the thin leaves are the foundation of the immune system, the natural world, the most fragile things sometimes have the most lasting strength. Spinach, Swiss chard, are typical examples. They have a gentle, soft appearance, but contain extremely high levels of vitamins A, C, K, folate, iron and magnesium. For people recovering from cancer, green leafy vegetables are an extremely necessary source of nutrients to help the body clean up the scene, from repairing damaged tissue, regenerating blood, to regulating the immune system and controlling chronic inflammation. In particular, the folate in green vegetables also helps maintain healthy DNA replication, a key factor in preventing cancer cells from developing. If you haven't tried greens for breakfast yet, start a loaf of whole wheat bread with a boiled egg and some greens, or a smoothie made with spinach, banana and almond butter. Will be a light but extremely smart start. And to continue supporting memory and concentration, which are often impaired after chemotherapy, join me for the next cup of tea. 7. Green tea, when every sip of water can also help clear up chemo. Brain, have you ever felt like your memory is not the same after treatment? Or forgotten what you were going to say in the middle of a conversation? If so, you are not alone. It is a very common syndrome called chemo brain, and green tea can be a great companion in that recovery process. Green tea contains catechins, specifically EGCG, a powerful antioxidant that has been shown to protect nerve cells, improve blood flow to the brain, and reduce inflammation throughout the body. Green tea also helps prevent the growth of cancer cells, especially in types such as breast, prostate, and colorectal cancer. Choose decaffeinated green tea if you are sensitive to stimulants, and have a cup in the morning or afternoon. No fuss, no shock, just a gentle, quiet recovery, but effective. And if you want to upgrade your meals with highly concentrated ingredients without overeating, then don't overlook the next food group, nuts and seeds. 8. Seeds and nuts, nutrient-dense batteries for a body in need of regeneration. In the post-treatment period, your body is like a machine that has just gone through a long journey, and now it needs to be recharged. Slowly and steadily, chia seeds, flax seeds, walnuts, almonds, although small, contain extremely high levels of good fats, antioxidants, fiber, and essential minerals. The unsaturated fats in seeds help regulate hormones, reduce inflammation, while the vitamin E in almonds helps protect cell membranes from free radical attacks. A spoonful of seeds sprinkled on a bowl of oatmeal in the morning, or a few walnuts for a snack, may seem small, but it is a dose of sustainable energy for your body to recover long term. However, remember to keep it moderate. Nuts are quite high in calories, and if you want to continue adding healthy fats, but in a lighter, more protein-rich way, it's time to dive into the ocean. 9. Fatty fish, the ocean's gift to the heart, brain, and cancer resistance. Sardines, mackerel, are not only delicious but also rich in omega-3, an essential fatty acid that helps reduce inflammation, supports cell membrane regeneration, and balances hormones. Omega-3 has been shown to reduce the risk of breast cancer recurrence, improve cardiovascular function, and enhance memory, all of which are top concerns after cancer treatment. You don't need to eat fish every day. Just twice a week is enough to provide a good foundation for long-term health. Grilling, steaming, or making fish salad are all gentle ways to keep all the nutrients intact. And if you're looking for a plant-based protein source that's filling, easy to digest, and helps cleanse your intestines, the next food group will surprise you. 10. Beans. The simple answer to a big question: what to eat to live a long and healthy life. Interestingly, countries with the highest average life expectancy, such as Japan and Greece, all have something in common in their diets. They consume a lot of beans, lentils, chickpeas, black beans, are sources of fiber, plant-based protein, iron, and natural anti-inflammatory substances. Not only do beans help balance blood sugar and keep you full for a long time, they also contain phytoestrogens, compounds that help regulate female hormones, especially useful for people who have been treated for breast cancer. A bowl of bean soup, or adding beans to a mixed rice dish, is a delicious and nutritious way for the body to absorb nutrients without consuming too many calories, and to make a complete meal. The foundation is indispensable, something that is always present on the dining table every day. Whole grains. 11. Whole grains. When each grain of rice can also be a protective barrier. We eat rice every day, but refined white rice no longer retains the bran layer containing vitamins, minerals, and fiber. Meanwhile, brown rice, oats, buckwheat, or rye provide a complete, sustainable nutritional package for people who have just recovered. Soluble fiber in whole grains helps feed beneficial gut bacteria, a factor that plays a big role in regulating the immune system and reducing inflammation. They also help control blood sugar, stabilize energy, and support maintaining a reasonable weight. If you want to take a firm step on the journey of healthy living after cancer, then start with a simple meal every day. And finally, one of the most controversial ingredients, but also has the strongest potential if used correctly: turmeric. 12. Turmeric, a double-edged sword in the fight against cancer. Curcumin, the main active ingredient in turmeric, has long been famous for its anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and cancer cell growth-inhibiting properties. Many studies have shown that curcumin can interfere with the formation of new blood vessels that feed tumors, inhibit abnormal cell division, and reduce metastasis. However, if you are taking tamoxifen, a common drug for breast cancer patients, be extremely careful. Curcumin can reduce the effectiveness of this drug by interfering with the enzyme that metabolizes the drug in the liver. Therefore, turmeric should only be used when you are not taking tamoxifen or have the consent of a specialist. Finally, the recovery journey begins with UUC. There is no single food that can save us from cancer. But when we know how to choose to appreciate every meal, every spoonful of vegetables, every drop of tea, it is that initiative that makes a big difference today. You don't need to change everything, just start with something small: a blueberry in the morning, a handful of greens at lunch, or a glass of warm water with a few slices of lemon every day. And so, each small change will add up to a deep recovery. If you find this video useful, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next shares about nutrition, recovery, and healthy living after cancer. That will not only help you, but can also help many other people who need this kind of gentle and correct information. Thank you for staying until the end of the video. Stay strong, Be grateful for your body and move forward with gentleness and awareness. See you in the next video.